Stay curious, you guys. The next 10 to 15 years are going to be so amazing. We have been blessed to be born into this era that, yeah, it can seem a little bit overwhelming right now with AI technology, but at the same time, you guys, there are so many amazing opportunities out there for us that it's just, I don't know. It's like I said, it's some days it's really hard to kind of grasp our brains around all this stuff because it changes overnight. But I also feel too that this is just a special gift that we've all been given. Oh, by the way, I am Lori Woodward. I have been a mechanical engineer for the last 30 plus years, and I turned 60 last November and realized, oh my gosh, I am going to be retirement eligible in the next decade. And that really had a profound shift in me. I feel very blessed. I've had a great career, but I just feel like there's more. And I'm not quite sure how this YouTube channel is going to play out yet, but I've really been shifting my prayers on my goals and where I want my next 10 to 15 to 20 years, how they want to play out. And I just feel like we're kind of at a point now, or I am, maybe most of you listening, but it doesn't have to be just for 50 and 60 and 70 and 80 year olds. This can be for young people too. We have life experiences, and that life experiences has given us something called wisdom. Do I pretend to have it all figured out? Absolutely not. But I do feel we have a story to tell. That's something we've been blessed with at our age. We all have stories to tell, but because of our age, we should impart some wisdom upon our younger generation. So, YouTube channel, not quite sure how this is going to play out, but I've decided right now is I don't want to be left behind in technology. I love technology, and AI is just, like I said, it can be overwhelming. So I've decided that this YouTube channel is going to just start with baby steps, and I'm going to share with you each week a tool or an aha that I have learned from my research and my technology tools that I'm playing with, and share those with you. I want to be authentic. I don't always pretend to have everything mastered, and these videos are probably going to be horrible at first, but I feel like practice makes perfect, right? So one thing I've been really playing with is I've jumped pretty heavy into ChatGPT. I've been just using the free version, but I've upgraded now to where I'm paying $19.99 a month, just because I was using it so much throughout the course of my day, and also developing this YouTube channel and where I want my next phase of my life to go to, because in all honesty, I don't plan on retiring when I'm 67. I don't think I'll be doing the same thing, but I could be wrong. I definitely feel like I'm going to be taking advantage of what's been handed to us and run with that. So that's kind of where this is all going here. So back to my ChatGPT. I have learned that I cannot use it as a Google search, and I'm sure you guys have all heard that. I have taken a lot of time to learn some prompting, and so what I want to impart to you guys is, don't treat it as a one sentence, hey Google, look this up for me. You have to treat it as a conversation, and in all honesty, push back. What I love to do, and it's worked out very well for me, is I just hit the dictate button. It's in the lower right hand corner, and at first I just ramble. I'm like, I actually have a nickname for my chat GPT. Take that for what it's worth. I call him Chatty, and I just say, hey Chatty, I got 1 hour here. I'm thinking about a bunch of stuff right now, but I think I would really like to leverage my time and knowing what you know about me. I'll come back to that in just a second. I got 20 minutes. Give me one tactic that I can do in the next 20 minutes that can be efficient and productive. And again, you knowing me, keep my values at hand, and let's try to really bring value into other lives here. So that's where I normally start out. Then I just stop the dictate, and then I'll go back into it and dictate again and say, okay, take that last conversation and turn it into a nice, clean, super prompt. And then I just stop. And then I let ChatGPT do its thing. A lot of times for me, it'll go through a whole bunch of stuff and, explain why it's doing this. And normally there's some questions involved. And then I will just, after that all comes back down to the bottom of it, I will answer the question. And then I will just say, okay, turn this into one simple step. And so it's a lot of times it's back and forth. And sometimes I'll even push back and say, that's not what I'm asking for here. That doesn't feel right with me. Let's get beyond all the fluff and let's just cut to the chase. And you're not going to offend ChatGPT, so don't worry about that, okay? But what I do want to go back to and speak to is I have built a memory up with ChatGPT, and that's very important to do. It takes time, but I make it very clear that here's my values, here's my intentions, here's some things I feel that you need to know about me, that, I'm a Christian, have a huge faith. My intentions are always to try to do good in this world and to share my story. And we've worked on that together. And as that's evolving, you guys will learn how to have a conversation with ChatGPT. But one thing I feel that's very, very important for all you to know is when you nail it and you're like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm about. That's what I'm about. Actually tell ChatGPT, say, hey, I want you to remember this. I always just say, put this into your memory. Remember this about me, because I will come back to this often. That's been huge for me. So, just looking at my cheat sheets here. Again, I just said, remember, it's all about a conversation. It's, think of it as your thinking partner, and don't be afraid to just say, that's too complex for me. Let's simplify this. So with that said, what I'm going to try to still do this week, and then what I thought I would do is what I've been probably spending the most time is making videos, and then how I do some editing to it is in Clipchamp. So I'm going to share some really cool things I've learned about with free Clipchamp so far, and how it's helping me upload my videos and post them on here. So, ending. I decided I want to add 2 more things as we grow together and we learn from each other. Each week, let's share like an aha, something that we feel pretty strongly about. We're not here to debate, and just because I feel strongly about it doesn't mean you necessarily agree with me, but it's something I feel is important in my life right now. And then just, what? You guys don't know me. How about one thing that I would like to share about myself? So the first thing is I really hope that everybody out there is, you still have your parents around. And if you don't, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But definitely become educated on a trust versus a will. There's a lot of people are going to push back on this, but this is, again, from my research and what I believe in, is if, I hear people will say, well, my parents don't own anything, so we don't need a trust. And trusts are only for rich people. That's not true. There's a whole nother portion of that. If your parents do own a home and land, you definitely want to get a trust, because then you'll be able to keep it out of probate. And secondly, what's even more important that people kind of overlook is if your parents become incompetent. Life happens. If there's a car accident or if they have a stroke, those are things that we don't plan for. And if they're incompetent and cannot sign for themselves, it becomes a very nasty battle really quick. So become educated on that. I'm a big believer in trust, and it simplifies the process. But again, I know there's exceptions to that. So that's my aha this week. You guys, and I want you to share. Please comment below. Share some things that you've learned. And again, this is respectful. This is a respectful platform. I am not going to allow bickering, and we're going to treat each other the way that we would want somebody to treat us. Okay, the golden rule. All right. And then something that you guys don't know about me. I love garage parties. I love blue jean shorts, being barefoot, and the best parties in the world always happen in our garages, or sometimes on the gravel road, the driveway leading into our garage during the summertime. Best times in the world. So with that note, I have made a study guide. It's free. Kind of, I guess it would just say kind of summarizing what we talked about a little bit, but I give you 2 or 3 different prompts in there and for you to go play with them, and just start with ChatGPT. That's my lesson this week, is start with ChatGPT, and feel free to ask me questions, okay? You guys have a great week. It's been a wonderful, wonderful time talking to you. I want to get to know you. Let's create an awesome community here together.